Welcome to Teaching Truth. Mastermind, the quiz show currently presented by Clive Myrie and for many years previously by Magnus Magnusson, features an intimidating setting and challenging questions. 4 contestants face 2 rounds of interrogation, one on a specialised subject of the contestant's choice and the other a general knowledge round. If you've ever watched Mastermind, you'll discover very quickly that often the questions are far from easy and no contestant has yet got every answer right. Evidence, if ever you needed it, that they don't know everything. However, God knows everything. God knows every answer to every question. There's nothing that God doesn't know. And as we come to unpack the attributes of the Almighty in our reflections this week and next, we come today to look at the fact that God is omniscient. And that word simply means that God is all-knowing. He has knowledge beyond parallel. God said, "There is none like me. I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times what is still to come." Isaiah chapter 46, verses 9 to 10. God is omniscient, which means he knows everything. Debbie McDaniel, writing about this attribute of God, his omniscience, says this: "He can be everywhere at the same time. He never sleeps nor slumbers. He's aware of every moment of every day, exactly what we're up against. There's no place on earth that he doesn't see and doesn't know of." Because God is all-knowing, we can trust that he knows everything that we are going through, everything that we're going through today, and everything that we will go through tomorrow, and in his will next week, next month, and next year. Job 23:10 says this: "He knows the way that I take. He knows the way that I take. And when he has tried me, I shall come forth as gold." Because God is all-knowing, God knows everything about you. God even knew about you before you were conceived, before you were even an idea in your parents' mind. God knew that you would be born on a certain day and that you will die on a certain day. God knew the person you would marry. God knew the children you would have. God knew the school that you would go to. God knew the church that you would be part of. God knew the ministry that you would be involved in. You see, in every aspect, in every area of life, nothing has escaped God's attention, for God knows. God knows all about you. And although God knows all about us, warts and all, here's the encouraging thing: he loves us beyond measure. That's another attribute of his character. He loves us with an everlasting love. Every fear, God knows. Every worry, God knows. Every struggle, God knows. Every challenge, God knows. Every failure, God knows. And so we could continue, but you get the message that God knows. And when we just pause and meditate on this attribute of the Almighty, that God knows, especially in the light of his other attributes of goodness and love and mercy, doesn't it make it easier for us to trust him with all that we have going on in our lives, from the very serious to the ordinary? You see, God knows the number of the grains of sand on all the beaches of the world. Now that's amazing. Just pause and think about that. Even if you scooped up in your hand some sand, think of the number of grains in just that little pocket of sand. And then think of all the beaches in the world. God knows the exact number of the grains of sand on the beach. God knows the number of hairs on our head. God knows the precise details. God knows our needs. Our Heavenly Father knows what we need. And so today, whatever your situation might be, whether you are on the mountaintop or whether you are going through a valley, be encouraged by this amazing attribute of God, his omniscience. Put simply, God knows.